But yeah, I mean, I cleaned up the floor. It had a stain right there. I don't know what that was from. It's like some orange juice or something. And then here's all this paint right here. There's some fingernail polish. And the oh, there's a shell right there. But I put a bunch of clothes. The light doesn't work too good, but there's a bunch of clothes in here. He's got pants and jackets, and I was wanting him to put his dirty clothes in here. This thing's a little bit dirty, and the reason why I didn't clean it's because it's supposed to be dirty clothes for when he comes back. But his bed is washed, and here's all this stuff. I've got his wallet down here, and man, I actually cut my finger on a knife doing this stuff. It was sore for 2 days. I couldn't do too much, but it's pretty healed by now. But it's just a little nick. But I've got that covered up. This, and then here's this. That's all the stuff. And then with the bed, he's got a light. I'll show you how good it works. He can turn it on, and it does pretty good. You know, I put his mirror up. There's his TV. Here's toiletries. It's got rags and toilet paper, and this one says clothes, and it's got all of his socks. And then all of these, every single one of these 6 drawers are full of his clothes. He's got a lot. So, here's this thing on the wall I haven't painted yet. Whenever I got the paint, I asked him if he wanted to paint it, and he said yeah. And he just poured it out in the grass. He's been doing that with a lot of my stuff. Just like going and dumping it out in the woods. But that's his room. And that's what I did. I fixed it. It took me maybe like not very long at all, because I set the bed up, and that took just a few minutes, and then I vacuumed. And really what took the longest was just folding his clothes. It wasn't hard to move the stuff in the boxes because I just put it in there. I was sorting through a few things. It's kind of like, you know, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So, wanting the, I think I'm going to take my bed back because this is ridiculous right here. But I've got the thing on the couch. This right here, and he yanks it off every day. And I've got this right here, and he just yanks it off every day. That's why I said that I need help. And then he'll pull that out. Sometimes he'll leave it half plugged in, and he plays with the lights. He's pulled out the stove and unplugged the stove. He says I'm suffocating the world, and that he's gonna kill me. So this right here, he unplugs this. But I put the toaster in the. I don't make toast anymore. He was unplugging the toaster too. He unplugs all my computer cords. He unplugs the wires from the back of my computer. You know, I had to go get a new TV remote. He unplugs all of that. But Yeah, I had a vape he didn't use anymore, and I had it next to your beer can down here. There's your beer can, and I had a vape right there next to it. It's supposed to be like, get out of here. That's supposed to be like the memories of the past and stuff. But it's right here. He hides my rose scarf, and he throws it in the floor, and he throws stuff in the floor, and he walks on it with his shoes while I'm coming in from work. And he says we don't live in a soapbox. And he's got all of his dirty stuff, and he has like prayers in my bedroom. He'll dump his whole nasties out in my bedroom, and that's why my bedroom floor smells bad. And he sets up a red light like it's police lights, and then he'll pick it all up, and then there's trash, and then I have to vacuum it. And I've kind of got his toilet figured out. His toilet ain't messed up anymore. And he's got soap right here. You've seen his bathroom. But right now, currently, he's got a bunch of hair right there. I didn't see it till just now. But, I don't know. I think he dumps his hair down the toilet. And then, there's not really anything else much more he can mess up. He unplugs the Wi-Fi. And then I have to turn off the air conditioner whenever I go to work. And, he opens up the windows all the time, which is a little bit, I've told him not to do it because I get hot. He wants to hear like the birds and the wind and stuff, but every time he opens the windows, I have to close them, even if it's the middle of the night, because I get hot and it wakes me up. But since he hadn't been here, I've slept like crazy good at night. But see, the paintings that you had here gone. My rainbow glass is missing. I had that real nice one. It was shining across the room every day for studying physics. I bought that for myself. But, yeah, like I was talking to you about how we would leave messages and things like that. And it seemed like we were starting to get a real, communication going, and then it just turned into him getting mad about something, and, I quit doing that. But, here there's this little skeleton that I had, this bug skeleton. You can see it. It's the bug skeleton. But, I'm afraid he's going to break it because it used to not be broken, and now it's got a crack in it. In its tail. But, I'm stressed out. And, just even talking about it right now, I'm like falling asleep because it's making me tired to think this hard about everything. But he doesn't talk about the real world very much. And he's always talking about like Aries and the like talking about he's getting satanic. He wants to do like blood rituals and stuff about satanic stuff all the time. But I think he would just quit if you were here. But I'm supposed to be studying, and he doesn't bother me studying. But he only does stuff when I'm not looking, so he knows what he's doing is annoying. I just know he wouldn't do that if we were both here. I mean, you can't give him advice on nothing. He just won't do anything if you're watching him. But I'm trying to model good behavior for him. I just don't want any more. I don't want any more cigarettes. He smokes in the house. I don't want any more cigarettes or weed or alcohol in the house. I haven't done anything. I haven't drank in a long time. Not like by habit. I ain't done weed by habit in a long time. And I've never smoked. That's just stupid. But I'm wanting to go outside and listen to my anatomy outside, and walking around by myself is just dumb. I'm gonna see why I'm missing a couple of it looks like maybe the birds have knocked my couple of shells off, because I had these shells lined up here like you had on when you first came over here. But I'm ready.